One of the best ways to learn how brushes work is to copy off of brushes that other people have made on the internet. Uh, you can find these just about anywhere. I'm going to assume you know how to do that already. For the method that I'm going to show you to copy off of them, you're going to need these two windows open, brushes and brush settings. My setup has them laid out over here, but you can have them anywhere. One way to see the settings of another brush is to hover over it in the brushes panel. So right now I have this butterfly brush selected, and if I were to hover over something like this brush, the crowd brush, it would show you a preview of that brush. And this works when you do it with basically any brush. So when I mouse off of it, it just goes back to what you already had, and you can mess with the settings how you want. Okay, so say you've made a brush that looks like this, and you have another brush that looks like this. What if you wanted to combine how these two brushes looked? Well, you can hover over that other one, and you can select the shape here, and it's kind of a combination of the two. Now there's more settings you can do this with. This is just like an example, but it's the basic principle of how you would combine two brushes. Now, say you, for whatever reason, you have to click off of that brush, and so you'd think if you go back that the settings would be saved, but no, it's more like the original one here. You haven't lost the data. In fact, it's up here in this menu. I think it was this one. Yeah, it just shows the past 7 that you used, and it updates every time you paint a brush stroke. So right there, see how it added the thing? But if I just do this, it won't add anything. Now, say you like this texture on a brush, but you don't have it saved as a pattern. See, it's not in here. Uh, Now, how would you go about applying that to, like, say, this brush? Well, you're going to have to select this brush and then click this little plus button here, and that adds it to the patterns menu. And you could go back to the brush you want to apply it to, and you can select that pattern from the menu, and it does this now. Now, say you wanted to turn this brush into an eraser. Well, you could fiddle with all these settings here and just hover over it with like an eraser tool selected. But the more efficient way to do it is just to come up here and change the blend mode to clear. So basically that just turns it into an eraser. The downside is that it still sees it as a brush. So if you want to access the brush, you're going to have to turn it back to a brush. Now, when you're done with what you want to do and you got something you're happy with, you can save this by clicking this plus button here. Generally, you don't need include color or capture brush size. I don't know what those are for, but I don't find them very useful. Include tool settings is the only one that really matters, and ideally, I'm really bad about this, but ideally you would come up with a name for the brush, something more clever than this. So basically just when you're ready, hit OK, and it shows up right next to the other brush, and you can use this brush to enhance your future projects. I don't really do other tutorials, but I post art on my Instagram account. Um, so follow that if you like this video. Thanks for watching.